Next, we will begin our demonstration of SeeQuence Suite with a demonstration of SeeQuence Impose. We'll begin our demonstration by importing a file. For this example, we'll import a business card by dragging and dropping the file business cards from the folder samples into the held queue. The file will be imported. We will select the job, right-click, and select Impose. SeeQuence Suite will then open with the imposition option. SeeQuence Suite will then open with the SeeQuence Impose selected in the product intent. The default will be normal, indicating that we are using SeeQuence Impose. We have a 3-up business card. The exercise that we want to do is we want to generate 250 copies of the first business card, 500 copies of the second business card, and 1,000 copies of the third business card, is using as the fewest number of sheets. To do this, we will begin by changing our product intent from normal to gang up. We will change our sheet size to 11 by 17. We will change our layout orientation to portrait. We'll turn on our duplexing to top-top. And we'll change our gang up style from unique to unique, collate, and cut. Next, we will change our layout from 1 row and 2 columns to 7 rows and 2 columns. Our business card layout is beginning to take shape. We can zoom in here to see our layout. We can also zoom out. We will want to include crop marks so that when the document is completed, we can then print and cut the document apart. So we'll click on the Marks Define button. We will want to include trim marks, and we will set our stroke color to a red. We will also include then a job label, including our job name, our sheet info, and our date and time. We will place this on the lower right-hand corner and select our orientation to be vertical. And we'll click OK. We can now see our document coming together. Next, we will want to adjust our gutters, as we can see that the document is very tight, and this could result in some cropping of the document when it is cut apart. So we'll click on the Gutters Define button, and we will add 1/8 of an inch, or 0.125 inches, and apply to all. And click OK. Next, we will begin to lay out the imposition signature to optimize our layout so that we have to print the document only 125 times, the sheet 125 times, to get our total of 250 business cards, 500 business cards, and 1,000 business cards. To do this, we will switch to the wireframe mode by clicking the Preview button, and we will then begin to change our signature layout. We will then position it so each page, our first business card is printed in the first 2 signatures. Our second business card is printed in the next 4, and our last business card is printed in the remaining 8. That addresses the front. We'll scroll over and repeat the process for the backs. Again, simply clicking in the middle to change the signature number. When I switch back to my preview, we can see that our business cards are automatically updated. The fronts and backs now are correctly aligned, and we now can print this final document 125 times to get our total correct count. To repeat this business card example in the future, without having to repeat these steps, we can save this as a template. We'll click the Save Template button in the upper right-hand corner, and we'll save this as 7 by 2 business cards, and click the Save button. Now, to repeat this job in the future, we can simply select this from the Template menu and quickly lay out our business cards. When we are done, we can click the Save button and save this as a job. We'll save this back to the held queue as business cards. And click the OK button. We can also save this job as a flattened PDF file. This would enable us then to save this file and send it to a customer for final approval and proofing. They may also print this then on a device that does not have a imposition dongle. We'll save it as a file name. Click Save. Save it to our desktop. Click Save, and click OK. It will then flatten the PDF file, and it can be opened then in any copy of Adobe Acrobat 7, 8, or 9 and printed. When we're done with our business card layout, we can simply click the Close button to close the imposition window. Next, we'll take a look at a calendar demonstration. Printing a calendar has some unique functionality that has been improved in Fiery SeeQuence Impose. Previously, when we used EFI Impose, it took about 25 to 30 steps to complete the process that we'll now do in 6 steps. First, we'll import our calendar using, again, the drag and drop functionality. We can see at the bottom the percentage of the business card being imported. We'll now select the calendar, and we'll right-click and select Impose. The EFI SeeQuence Impose window will open with our calendar beginning to be laid out. We'll change the product intent from normal to booklet. We'll change our booklet from saddle stitch left to saddle stitch top, and change our paper size then to an 11 by 17. In the past, on Command Workstation 4, this was about 15 of the steps. Next, what we need to do is we need to change the orientation of the last page so that it is facing upside down, so that it is correctly positioned when the booklet is folded around the wrapper. To do this, we will change back to our wireframe and show the sheet content. Click on the arrow on page 28 to change the orientation from right side up to upside down. When we switch back to our preview, we can see that the preview is updated, and now when we print our booklet, our calendar will have the back page oriented correctly on our layout. We can now save this as a template for retrieval later. We can now save this as our calendar template. And save our job. And close EFI Impose. We now need to apply our finishing properties. Select the job, click our Properties button, click our Finishing Options, and let's apply our stapling mode as a saddle stitch and our folding as a single fold, and click Print to print the job. In the future, we can repeat this process much more efficiently. We can select our calendar, and instead of opening up the SeeQuence Impose, we can simply click the Properties button, select the Layout button in the toolbar. Under the Layout button, we have the option then to select Impose. This gives us access to the imposition templates that are saved on this system. And we can quickly select then the previously saved imposition template calendar template. If we need to make final adjustments or refinements, we can also then edit the imposition template. That will open the wireframe view of Fiery SeeQuence Impose and allow us to make modifications. We can now click the Finishing button. Again, apply our stapling saddle stitch, our folding, single fold, and further enhance this by saving this now as a preset, calling this preset Calendar. Click the OK button. We'll select our newly imported calendar, click the Properties, select the preset, and the document is ready to go.